Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now let's head over to an accusation that has been leveled on William Ruto's government. You know, there has always been talk about drug barons in Ruto's cabinet. Now this is not the first time people are talking about drug barons. Kisumu East Member of Parliament SHAKEEL SHABIR, during a TV47 interview, decided to revisit this matter of drug barons in Ruto's government. And this is what he said.
We have two drug barons in Parliament. Two drug barons, not in Parliament, in Cabinet. Two known drug barons who cannot go to the United Kingdom and the United States. Known for millions and billions of shillings.
Of course, I'm going to share the other part of that video. You get to understand the full details that SHAKEEL SHABIR delivered there. I wanted to stay with me on this because this is a conversation which people have been having ever since the broad-based government came into play. And you know, I'm not going to suggest names here, but I know you have some, you have some hint on who these people could be. I just wanted to go below in the comment section and tell us, who do you think SHAKEEL SHABIR is trying to refer to? Drug barons in Ruto's government. In fact, according to him, he said these are people who cannot even go to the US. They can't go to the UK. Do you know of a member of cabinet secretary, who has never gone to the US? Just tell us below in the comment section there. I'm going to go through the list of names, and maybe in the next video, I will do a video with those names. So just tell us below in the comment section. Now, back to SHAKEEL SHABIR, drug barons. Before we explore this story further, ladies and gentlemen, kindly help us grow this channel by liking this video. Subscribe to our channel if you had not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. We expected that someone like SHAKEEL SHABIR, being that he's a member of parliament in the Kisumu East, maybe would be lenient on this government. Maybe to say kwamba now people of Kisumu are into broad government 100%. But if SHAKEEL SHABIR can make this kind of statement, and by the way, he's a 4 times member of parliament. It's not the first time he's in parliament, 4 times, and he has survived that seat. I think most likely, even in 2027, if the people in Kisumu East like him, they will still vote for him. So I'm looking at SHAKEEL SHABIR as someone who is not on broad-based government. If he can go to an extent of exposing drug barons, existence of drug barons in Ruto's government, what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen, to you? What do you think about that? This is a member of parliament, having served 4 terms, served with Ruto, when Ruto was the deputy president, being served under Kibaki, according to him. I think, yeah, it says so. Because if he served for, this is the 20th year, for 20 years, it means that 10 years under Uhuru, the other 5 years, Kibaki. So it's okay, 20 years. So he has served for 20 years as a Kisumu East Member of Parliament.
We have no loyalty. We change our minds at a whim. We are no better than the executive. Executive has the money, and they are the ones who are bribing. The governors have the money. They are the ones who are bribing. Gone are those days where the member of parliament was getting 10,000 shillings a month, and he was doing his job. We have 2 drug barons in parliament. 2 drug barons, not in parliament, in cabinet. 2 known drug barons who cannot go to the United Kingdom and the United States. Known for millions and billions of shillings. They're in the executive. We have a number of other questionable people in the executive whose accumulation of wealth has been astronomical. We have ministers who are now walking around with the 20 million shilling watches, and I know them before, in the 9th parliament and the 7th parliament, So the situation is that, frankly,
so you hold with what the president is saying? That
no, the president is part of the problem. The president, as head of the executive and head of government, is part of the problem. You cannot start crying wolf or fox when you know where it's coming from. If you really want to do this, sort it out properly. Do a Duterte, and I remember Duterte of Philippines. He was severe. I have been a member of parliament and a chairman of APNAC. I have sat as close as this to Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta, and now Ruto. At one time when I sat close to Uhuru Kenyatta, and I would see tears in his eyes, and I thought, good boy, this one, he's going to be a good support. What happened? Nothing. The position here is that we are all corrupt, without doubt. In Kenya, if you do a poll, 70% of Kenyans or more will accept corruption as a way to raise money. But I would like to say one thing. I give you examples, clear examples. Conflict of interest bill. A good bill. We were working, trying to take Kenya out of the grey listing. What happens? Senate goes and
vote it down.
Tore it up. Changed the whole meanings. Now, of course, they wanted to be talked to. They were not talked to. Then it went to the president. And let me tell you, we're not going to hide it. I had been writing to the presidential office for so long. This is what's happening. This is what will happen. Okay, so now he's vetoed that bill. So we say thank you. But now we're saying to the President, you call people to Parliament, to State House. You show them all those motorcycles and whatever else. What are you showing? You call us and you tell us we're going to empowerment rallies. And we go to empowerment rallies. And you sit there and you're given money to go to empowerment rallies. And you're given money to donate on behalf of...
Not because that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, we can say that he has more information on what is happening in the cabinet. Because this is just rumor. Someone going to the public, to a mainstream TV like TV47 and making this kind of remarks. We can't say that this is a propaganda. No. And in fact, you all remember the story of Akasha. So, Aaron Mwau. You know these stories. You can't say that drug barons don't exist in Kenya. It's only that I personally don't have their names, you know. But SHAKEEL, SHABIR knows about these two drug barons, and they exist in the cabinet. So the big question here is, did William Ruto, the president, know about the existence of drug barons before bringing them into the cabinet? I'm not saying that he brought them, but SHAKEEL is telling us that they exist in the cabinet. So if they exist in the cabinet, and you know that normally there's the NIS, the other agencies that do background checks on people when they are nominated. You know, the first thing is Ruto nominates a cabinet secretary, but then there's a background check on all of them before they are finally vetted in the parliament. Does it mean that the parliament was just okaying names without even taking into consideration their reputation, their profiles, how people view them? Is that what is being told to us? And SHAKEEL SHABIR also has a question to answer here. And this question is directed at him. Why didn't he say these things in parliament? That so and so, we know you are a drug baron. Why are you, you can't serve us well in this cabinet, you know? Why did he bring up this matter? Of course, maybe back then he was pro-broad-based, so he supported everything. Now he is not pro-broad-based, so he's exposing everything. We can say that that could be the case, but he had an opportunity to deliver the true position of this drug baron so that they are not absorbed into the cabinet. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and you can tell us something about the statement from SHAKEEL SHABIR. Mind you, if you have any names, just tell us below in the comment section and then we get to know these drug barons, because he has not listed their names, but he said they exist in the cabinet and they cannot travel to the US. They have US bans, banned from traveling to even UK, travel bans, you know. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.